All right, so this is the 2021 update of some of my light modes. I'll be taking you through some iCUE profiles that I created and that I like very much. First one we have, I call this Ricky Bobby. Made this for a friend of mine, Badger, who wanted to see a little RPM type of a red light, shift light kind of a maneuver. So there's that. Very, very nice. We have Alien Isolation. If any of you are familiar with the video game, this is the console computer that just kind of sits and blinks and chills that you get to rest by in the game. So it has that kind of an odd flippy pattern. And I try to make that look similar as best I could. We of course have a cyberpunk profile. Gotta make that for the game. A little bit of goodness with the sweet colors of the game moving through, which I like very much. We have Calgary, a beautiful profile, inspired by a choice individual, Zeekster 2517. My man, you know who you are, and you all right. This one's for you. Next we have a little bit of a beer profile. You can see some bubbles coming up in the LED strips and also in that back fan. Yeah, white foam on top, yellow beer. Tasty goodness. We have Miami, for all those who can't do without. Very popular, seems like, the pink-blue combination. So I had to make one for myself. I really enjoy making these profiles. I really do. Next, I'll show you one of my basic colors. This is blue, of course. And I have some, a few of these basic colors. I just don't want them to be too static. So I got a little twinkle going on, and they're kind of shimmery, and once in a while the fans and the RGB strips get a swoosh with a heavier shimmer behind it, which I kind of like. Keeps it nice and alive. I'm a big fan. We have Golden Perp, which, me being in the Northwest, this kind of is a husky type of a pattern, you see, but I just call it Golden Perp. That's really the colors it is, and that's all I gotta say about that. And that just kind of snakes through real nice and shifts real easy. The LED strips are swapping LEDs from purple to gold and back and forth, and yeah, it's very nice. And all these effects have my color display on the front three fans, where the top one monitors my CPU, the middle one my GPU, and the bottom one is my AIO temperatures. And they go from whatever colors I set to match each profile to usually white to let me know they're working and in an operating range, and then the red if they ever get out of that operating temperature as far as exceeding it. So that is pretty handy. Here we have a San Francisco profile, really the 49ers. This is for my brother. Godlake, this is for you, man. He's a big fan and thought I would do some beautiful red and gold for him, I personally very much enjoy this. Next we have, again, Seahawks for the Northwest. Oh yeah, good times. And you'll see there's a bit of a color flash that happens with a Seahawks chant. Kind of goes, Seahawks, Seahawks. There it is, yeah. Very nice. Gotta do it because it's my home team, even though I'm not a huge football or really basketball or baseball fan. I do enjoy that Formula One racing. motorcycle racing, you know, US Superbike, World Superbike, British Superbike. Very nice. Next up, we have a profile that I named Surprise, because it kind of starts off like nothing, but it'll surprise you, you see. It does take a little minute. You got to make sure you don't know what's coming up before I can pop you with the old surprise there. Oh, there you go. Just some basic rainbows swirling around, and then they slowly fade out again, back to black, and come back on, and a big old surprise type of maneuver, you see. Next we have, there's our Max Verstappen Red Bull profile for Formula One. Look at that Dutch orange comes through for Max. Yeah, that's what makes this Red Bull profile Max Verstappen Formula One profile, you see. Very nice. We definitely enjoy watching that Formula One. Max is a pusher, man. He's going far. He's going far. Oh, there it is one more time, that Dutch orange. You know it. Next we have a Ferrari profile, which I think I've already shown, but since I'm doing Formula One, might as well, you know, little bits of red and yellow. You can see the Italian flag in the rear LED strip. I think that's about all we had for that. And of course we had Italy, which I've shown as well. Next we have Candy Cane Life. Here's some Christmassy type snowy profiles I made for the holiday season that just passed. So that's just a permanent candy cane profile. You know, if you're all about it, you want that candy cane all the time, there it is. If you want to use it, you know, just for the Christmas times, you can do that as well. It's all very, very versatile. We have, here we have Candy Cane Lane. Starts off in a Christmassy red-green, but it does move into a candy cane and shifts back to the Christmas colors again. So it's kind of alternating, shows off a bit more Christmas if you're in that type of mood. But I do like how it kind of snakes through back and forth. It starts at the top fans and works its way out. You know, it's kind of nice. It's not too frequent, but it does come around, and it is in fact enjoyable and just right for the Christmas season. All right. Next we have what some people call Christmas rain. That's actually what I call it too. It's just, you know, kind of a white background for the snowy or frostiness, and the raindrops are actually red and green. So you get a nice little effect of little Christmassy colors kind of coming through. You know, it's a simple profile, but I do enjoy it. We have a white Christmas. Nice Christmas background with white snow just falling around, you know, just like you would expect at that Christmas time. That's it for our new holiday type, Christmas anyway type stuff. Next up we have something I called Copper David Field, you see, because it's about as close to a copper color as I could get. It's very magical. I don't know if it translates just right on the phone camera, but you know, it's about as coppery as I can get, you know, to my eye anyway. Oh, their little disappearance act, you don't say. There's that magic part, if anybody was wondering about that David Copperfield or Copper David Field type of a profile. There it is. So that one is most excellent. Next we have Autumn, which I made a little bit ago. Just some nice autumn colors. That rear vertical fan, you see, actually all the top fans, the centers of which kind of go from yellow to green. We end up shifting into a more of an orange and eventually a nice red. And then it resets back again to the alternating yellows and oranges. So I kind of like that. Kind of shows off the progression and whatnot, you know. Very nice, very nice. Here we have, I just made this for spring. Spring is literally days away. If you notice, there's a green stem that grows up that back LED strip. And when it gets to the fan, the flower launches. Look at that beautiful yellow center. The flower grows. Very nice. And up top in the blue fans, you can see a little bee, a couple of bees maybe buzzing around, along with some sun, you know, to give it the ambiance. And there, our red flower fades back out. And it's gonna go ahead and restart from beginning again with the stem growing up to it. Kind of tough to see the stem here on the phone, but it does stand out well enough in real life. Okay, now what we have here is dark rain, where the actual raindrops are black. So they actually remove anything when they land. Colors go to nothing, and we have a nice little blue background with some white light coming up to the top, you know, as if shining through some of the clouds here and there, you know. It's kind of how that goes. Then we have cherry blossom rain. Here we're getting into some of the rains, you see, and this is cherry blossom rain with a nice white pink type of a setup. And again, the rain is dark, so it kind of removes any color when it lands, and it's a nice effect. I like it. It's kind of alive. It has that beautiful pink, white, also very springy looking type of a cherry tree beauty and whatnot, you know. And here we go for a northwest rain, which is pretty much, you know, it's similar. I just did a bit of a darker green background for these white raindrops to land on. You know, lots of different kind of rain up here in the northwest, and I like to have a profile that matches, you know. It makes me feel good when I can land something like that. Here we go with heavy rain, which, as you can tell, has a lot of rain coming through on a blue backdrop. Some nice little orangey yellows coming across the top. Yeah, you know, not too bad, not too bad. Here we have thunderstorm. It's a bit updated, this profile, as you can tell. I have at the top fans, there's some lightning that moves between the clouds, kind of, as you see that in the sky. The sky lights up, but there's no strike. But then I have the there we go, the RGB, the LED strips and the front fans come together for an actual lightning strike. It's kind of a nice chaotic effect, you know. My baby, she loves storms, so we do this from time to time, and you know, it's just a nice little background setup type of maneuver. Okay, let's take a look at our avalanche, which, if you look, it started at that top fan, and oh my god, it's moving right out, and it's coming down the strips and everything just pretty much gets avalanched right out. Very nice. I really like this particular effect. It's just kind of cool. I like the nice blue that it chills on, and when that avalanche comes through, it's very nice. I guess because we don't get actually caught in it, so that's always a positive. All right, let's move on to the next one. Well, let's actually watch avalanche one more time. I switch these up a number of times a day. I like to keep it looking nice and fresh and just different. That's what I really like about this the most, is how you can change it. Change the feel of the PC drastically, you know. Okay, next up, we have this one I called Boeing. You know, we are in the Northwest. Boeing is a big company up here, and if you look at some of their pictures online, the planes before they're painted, they're kind of this, you know, bluish green. It's more green than bluish, not quite turquoise, kind of a off green, and The rivets are kind of shiny, so that's my little white spots and darker spots is the different shiny rivets. I know it's very subjective, but I'll tell you, I really enjoy this. This is a fact. Next we have for my baby who loves Boba Fett. This is Boba Fetish, is what I call this particular fan setup. Yeah, it just does its own little thing right there, you know, swooshes around and buckles about a bit. Yeah, you know, it's just kind of nice. You really helped me set this up for the color tones and, you know, the actual look of it. Baby helped quite a bit on this, and it looks beautiful because of it. So thank you, the baby. I love you, baby. Okay, this is serious. We have Snowy Night coming up next. Kind of just a dark night profile and some snow coming through, you know. It's kind of a whitish, bluish kind of a hue. Maybe hard to tell, but it is. It's just kind of nice, you know. It's kind of like a rain dance. When baby wanted snow, we were playing this overnight, and guess what? It happened. So it actually works, turns out. I mean, go ahead and send me your money, and I will get you one of these. That's not true. Okay, next. We have a, that's right, we have a sunny day, which I've shown before. This is just a basic sunny day profile. There's a little bit, you know, the sun gets slight different intensities and kind of clouds moving across it. But in any case, the new one is our snowy day, where we have some nice sun coming through along with the snow as well. So that's very nice, you know. And to finish off these snow units, I've had sunrise. I've showed this one off before, where the back sun slightly kind of shifts ever so little bit. It's just more for an effect of back of your mind. There's some movement, not necessarily anything actually changing real heavy, but there's a little shift to the lights back there, and same with the LED strips, and so that's kind of nice. But we also made a snowy sunrise, where we have our sunrise going on along with some snow. That is correct. These are, you know, most of these are simpler to make. Some take a little more time to program each little group or even individual LEDs, but it's nothing too crazy. It's once you figure it out, man, you can make all kinds of different beautiful setups. But that's about what I got, and I'm gonna go ahead and call this video here. Thanks for watching.